Hey there tech fans, Rick here again with another review, and today I have the Blink outdoor camera system. Now I know there's a lot of different manufacturers that make these type of outdoor cameras that you can use with your home to keep an eye on the front porch or your driveway, and it can get confusing pretty quickly trying to compare different technologies against each other. So I thought in today's video, I would give you 5 reasons why I think you're going to fall in love with the Blink camera system. And you can use these reasons to compare the Blink system to others you may be considering. But before I get into the 5 reasons, I'd like to start with an unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and that way you'll understand exactly what you get if you buy the product, and then I'll dive into the 5 reasons. So let's get started with the unboxing. In front of me, I have 2 Blink cameras and the hardware that typically comes as part of that kit. Now, you can buy these in a couple of different configurations. If you've already installed a Blink system, you can buy another camera to add to that system. If you haven't ever bought a camera before from Blink and you're going to start from scratch, you'll need a sync module. So you can buy the camera with the sync module, you can buy a collection of cameras with the sync module, a lot of different ways you can get started with the system, but you'll need at least one sync module, and that's really the first reason that you're going to love this system, and I'll get into that in a minute. But inside the kit, typically, if you go with a single camera, is going to be the camera, some mounting hardware. They actually include little sleeves and screws you can use to mount this to a wall or to concrete. You'll find a little mounting base that snaps on the back of the camera. You'll find an extender that you can use to extend this off the wall. You'll also find a tool to open it up because these cameras are Wi-Fi connected and they run on 2 sets of batteries. So you can put 2 AA batteries in there. They're lithium batteries. They actually include the batteries with the unit. So that's pretty incredible. Everything you need to get started is included. You'll also find a full instruction manual that explains how to add this to a Blink system or ecosystem. Now the sync module is sold separately or it's sold in combination with one of the cameras, and don't let that confuse you because the sync module is really the heart of the system. And a sync module can support up to 10 cameras. So when you add your first camera, you have plenty of room to add 9 more cameras to the system. And the first advantage of the Blink system is really the sync module, and it does 2 things. Number 1, it sort of aggregates all of the video that's coming in from your cameras and then passes that along to your Wi-Fi network so you can view it on your phone, or you can record it up to the cloud or record it to a thumb drive inside the sync module. So it's sort of a traffic cop to keep track of all the data that's going on with your cameras, and that's an advantage because normally other systems require a micro SD card in each of the cameras, and then if you want to go get that footage, you got to take the camera down, pull out the SD card. With the sync module, everything is funneled through the sync module to your Wi-Fi network. You'll see it on your phone. But with the brand new Sync 2 module, there's actually a full-sized USB-A port on the side, and you can slide in any thumb drive to the side of that, and that'll record video footage from all the cameras that are connected to it right to the thumb drive. So you've got one place where all those files are kept. You also have the option of moving those files up to the cloud for permanent storage if you decide to do that. If you put them in the cloud, you can view those files from anywhere in the world, which is a really big advantage. So the sync module is your first advantage. The other thing the sync module does for you, and this is really important, is that Wi-Fi connected cameras like this need to touch your internet. They need to touch the connection in your home over Wi-Fi. You have a limited number of addresses on that Wi-Fi network, 0 to 255. And if each of these cameras connect to your Wi-Fi individually, you're using up those addresses in your home. And if you start doing things like smart switches or smart bulbs or Wi-Fi connections for games or TVs or media streamers, all of those addresses get eaten up pretty quickly. So having cameras touch your Wi-Fi network directly really wastes a lot of your Wi-Fi network. In this solution, they don't touch your Wi-Fi network, they touch the sync module, and the sync module needs one address on your Wi-Fi network to support up to 10 cameras. So it aggregates not only the data feed from the cameras, but also the IP addressing on your network as well. So in a lot of ways, it's a really smart system, and if you exceed 10 cameras, not a big deal, you just add another sync module. So that's pretty straightforward. All right, the second reason these cameras are incredibly good is that there are a lot of cameras on the market that are Wi-Fi connected that run on batteries. These use lithium batteries, like I mentioned, 2 AA batteries. The difference is Blink has really thought through how the camera operates and how they can conserve that battery power to give you the longest amount of time of recording on a set of batteries. Now, this is going to sound really strange, but these cameras can last up to 2 years on a fresh set of lithium batteries. That's outstanding. So what that means is you're going to be up on a ladder less often changing the batteries than you will with other systems. Other systems out there use lithium batteries, but you may get a year, you may get half a year out of them. With these, you'll get a solid 2 years in normal use. Now, of course, if you crank up the resolution to be a high resolution image, image, or if you record for longer periods of time, or if you have the motion detection working and there's a lot of motion in the area, you probably won't get 2 years. But I'll get into another advantage in a minute, but just know that you can get up to 2 years. And I've got areas in my home where I get 2 years easy out of the batteries. Other areas like my front porch where there's a lot of traffic, maybe I get a year and a half out of it, but that's plenty of time. And comparatively, this Wi-Fi connected battery powered camera will last you a lot longer than other cameras on the market. Another advantage of the Blink system is that there's one application for all of their products. So you've got a single application on your phone that connects to these cameras. You can set your metrics in there about motion detection. When's the camera going to turn on? How long am I going to record when I see motion in the area? Can I define a motion area section that only looks right here? It doesn't look at the entire front yard. So all of those things are controlled through the application, and it's a very sophisticated application that gives you a lot of control, but it's incredibly easy to use. You can also have it send alerts to your phone when somebody crosses your front porch or when a package is dropped off. So a lot of sophistication built in. Another nice thing about the application is that all of the Blink products work through the application. So if you start off with the Blink outdoor cameras, they're a great solution for outside your home. They make a companion camera for inside your home. So there's a Blink indoor that you can put in your home that's battery powered to keep an eye on the playroom or the back porch or whatever you want to do inside your home. They also make a mini camera that's really, really small that'll fit up on a shelf and you almost don't notice it's there. All of those work through that same application. So when you open the application, you can see all the cameras that are in your home. They also make a tilt and pan camera that will look around your room that you have control through the application. They make a video doorbell. So you can see where I'm going with this. It's one application as opposed to buying another camera set that uses its own application and maybe even uses different applications for different cameras that they offer. With Blink, it's one application and you're ready to go. Another key difference between this and a lot of other cameras on the market, it seems like the minute people started putting cameras in their home, there were 100 different vendors that were offering cameras. Some of them don't even really have a brand name. They're just a collection of letters. And it may seem like a good deal to go with one of those camera companies, but you don't really know if they're going to be here in a year, and you don't know if they're going to update the application. If you pick up the phone to call them if you're having trouble, you may not be able to get a hold of the company. This solution is backed by Amazon. They're going to be here. They're a company you can trust. You can call them if you got problems, you got questions, you can get a hold of them. They're going to be introducing new products in the future that blend in with the Blink system. As a good example of that, they've just recently released a spotlight that you can plug this into that'll light up your backyard if somebody walks through. One of them is battery powered, one actually connects to your home power. So there's a lot of different things you can do. They've come out with a solar panel setup that you can plug this into that drinks sunlight, turns it into electrons, and runs the camera. You'll never have to change batteries on that one. So you've got an entire ecosystem of products here that are backed by Amazon. They're going to be around for a long time, and it's really going to work well for you. The last thing I want to say about the system is the durability. Again, I've had these outside in incredibly inclement weather. I live in the Northeast, so we get really severe winters, we get really hot summers, and they've just worked. They've been flawless out there, and I've got, at this point, I think I've got 17 cameras around the house between inside and outside. I've got a couple in the driveway. I've got one way in the backyard because we've got chipmunks back there and I like watching the chipmunks. I've got 2 by the bird feeders. I've got 1 on the front porch, so I can add them up in my head. But let's just say I've got 16 cameras. All I ever do is change the batteries. That's it. It's not like they ever break and I've got to replace them or I've got problems with them. If the power goes down, when the power comes back up because of the sync module, it joins my network. All my cameras are live again. I'm getting about 2 years from the cameras that are in those areas that aren't real busy. I'm getting about a year and a half in the areas that it is busy. And honestly, what I've done this summer is those areas like my front porch and my driveway, I've upgraded those situations to include solar panels now where I'd never have to change the batteries. I basically plug it into the solar panel. The solar panel's got a rechargeable battery inside. On a sunny day, it charges that battery, and there's more than enough power to run the camera. So there's a lot of ways you can go with this, but I love the durability of it. I love the simplicity of it. When you add a new camera, you basically hit a plus sign on the application, you scan the QR code on the camera itself, it's inside the case, and it's added to your network, and it just automatically knows the camera's there. You name it, and you can start using the camera. The other thing that's really nice is that these integrate very well into a smart speaker system. So if you've got some of the smart speakers on the market now have these screens on the front, you can actually say to that smart speaker, hey, I'm not going to say the name, but hey, smart speaker, show me that backyard camera. And boom, the backyard comes up. Hey, show me the front porch. Did I get a package? I don't know. Show me the front porch. Boom, the front porch comes up. So there's a lot of ways to integrate this into a smarter home. And I just love the system. I think they've really thought through how you're going to use it. They've made it incredibly simple to use. They've made it incredibly efficient by adding the sync module. And I think in general, when you compare it to a lot of other cameras, either indoor or outdoor cameras, again, that are Wi-Fi battery backed, you're going to find this one really has a lot of features you won't find in those other products. And that was pretty much all I had for today. So hopefully you found this helpful. I like these a lot. I've been using them since they were released. I think you're going to like them as well. So thanks an awful lot for watching. And until next time, as always, stay nerdy.